Hello everyone, this is Dartt, and I wanted to take a little time and talk about the new class trial system Blizzard is introducing. If you haven't heard, you'll be able to pick a class and preview a character at level 100. You'll get a brief tutorial on a flying gunship as to how to play a specialization. Once that's done, you'll be launched into the Broken Shore, where you'll be free to change specializations before completing the campaign and going to get your artifact weapon. After this, or a few hours of gameplay, the character will be locked and you'll be able to unlock it by using a character boost, or you can start another trial on a different class. Personally, I love and hate the idea, and for a few different reasons. Back when the Warcraft movie launched, I guessed that there would be a surge in subscriptions and that World of Warcraft would gain a huge number of players along with the wave of returning players who would be coming back to check out the new expansion. I had no idea just how right I would be, and right now there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 10.1 million subscribers playing. Without checking, I think those are the highest numbers this game has seen since Wrath of the Lich King. Certainly more players than we've had since Cataclysm. I think it's great that Blizzard is offering more value to the level up system, both in allowing a preview and in providing a brief tutorial on how to play. If LFR raids on my alts at the tail end of Warlords and looking for Group 5-man heroics are any indicator, some players definitely need guidance on how to play their class. Not all, but some. And this has, in some cases, led to anger, frustration, short tempers, and pickup groups, and I am certainly in favor of a more pleasant experience where these are concerned. I think we all are. Next, you have established raiding and PvP guilds that aren't necessarily going to want to halt their activities to try and educate new applicants as to how to play their class, which is understandable. So given how important the social aspect of this game is, tutorials, guides, and how-tos are very valuable resources. A misgiving I have, though, and I've had it since paid level increases were introduced, is that players are paying money to cheat themselves out of actually playing through the game. Lest people forget, the best tutorial of all is 100 levels worth of trial and error in the game's existing content. You learn so much more by doing than you do by being handed a high-level character on a silver platter. It's impossible to even compare. Another concern I have is that people aren't as relatively invested in their chosen class. So they plunk down a few bucks and now have a level 100 plus character of whatever class. Big deal. They haven't invested scores or in some cases hundreds of hours in playing that character, and there's no real bond between the character and the player. So it's to stop him or her from simply picking another class and repeating the process. Pretty soon what you have is a literal jack of all trades, master of none. Or quite simply, someone who plays a lot of classes poorly. Now I fully understand the desire to be on the front line, so to speak, where the current expansion and content patch is concerned. But there's a sense of accomplishment that comes from working your way up to maximum level. I remember achieving this back during Burning Crusade after wending my way through zone after zone, questing and learning the story behind the various areas and factions. Questing in places like Eastern Plaguelands and Silithus, and hearing stories from guildmates about Naxxramas and Ahn'Qiraj, and looking forward to exploring those places. I'm forced to wonder, how many of the new wave of players will have the same reaction? How many of them will even set foot in places like Dire Maul, or the old Battle of Mount Hyjal and Caverns of Time? I bet not very many. In the end, Blizzard is taking this step as a necessity. The paid level boost itself was a necessity at the time it was introduced to cut off a shady third-party market that was offering the same service, but then hacking the accounts of its customers. This caused unending grief for players, and cost Blizzard a lot of money both in chasing down rogue accounts and in coming up with an arsenal of ways to combat this. To conclude, if you're a new player listening to this, I would say go ahead and use the free level up to play with your friends. That's what it's there for. But do yourself a huge favor. start a new character, and play the game from scratch. The experience is its own reward. Let me know what you think. Please post your comments below. Let me know how you feel about this. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Share if you know of other opinionated people who play. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Once again, this is Dartt. Good luck and have fun.